This podcast is part of the Zero to Hero Podcast Network.
You stay right here.
The world is very lucky to have you, and so am I. May the power protect you, always.
We heard the voices. We can hear them. We can touch them. We're gonna find out who they really are.
Well, now that's a terrible idea. I'm gonna do that one more time because I felt like I sloshed it.
Speaking of movies, have you shows or movies, have you ever collected a toy line after watching a show?
Yeah. Well, I mean, back when we were kids, going to see a movie made me want to collect
Was a toy
toys.
sale.
Like that's what got you excited. The movie was
Oh,
good, and it was like, oh,
yeah.
now I got to go get the toys.
Yep.
I don't know which shows is there like. I don't know that there's really like a toy line connected to a show. But I will say that I did buy at least one Fortnite toy after starting playing the game, which I said that I wouldn't do that, but I did. And I had to buy the like the parachute that you come in, like every player starts with something.
Yeah.
It's like I needed one of those in my collection because now I understood what it was, what it represented. So I was like, all right, I'll pick that up at Ollie's.
I guess for me it would be Bluey stuff.
Oh, that's
be
a good
honest
one.
with you.
Yeah,
that's my call right there. It's like I'd never walk down the kids aisle at Target and be like, "Cartoon dog, what's this about?" and buy the whole set.
By the way, if you find any bingo stuff, let me know. My partner in crime is super she loves bingo stuff.
You just love bingo.
Bingo specific.
Anything bingo specific. I'm in for bandit.
of it.
Like if you find any bandit things, let me know.
I found it was at Walmart. It was the shirt I wore yesterday that was getting all the attention. It was entering my bandit era, and it was just like a dad shirt. I think it was just like a Father's Day shirt that I found at Walmart like a week after because it was only $5. But like I'm telling you, it was like
there you go.
It was
like
chick
catnip.
magnets.
Yeah, it was like like that Spanish fly. Like, ooh.
No, man, that's great. Bandit, I love bandit. Bandit's my great animal. Welcome back to QVC, and thank you for joining us. Today, and today only, we have this fantastic tape measure. Fantastic tape measure. You can measure all the things you need to measure, including how much and how far away Billy is from me. Look at this. He is just a few feet away from me. Why get closer? Get away from me. Get away from me. Call me now if you want this tape measure. What do you want?
Jim,
what do you want?
Just wait. There's more.
There's more. What is?
You can also measure the patience of people.
I can do that. Yes. Let's poke Billy. Come on, Billy. Let's go get you poked.
Hey, stop that. Stop.
No.
Hey, stop. Okay, stop.
Keep going.
No,
keep going.
Stop.
No, keep going. Call today. 1-800-ZEO-TO-HERO. 1-800-ZEO-TO-HERO if you want this fantastic tape measure. Only for the great price of $199.99 for 3 easy payments of $199.99.
99. Okay.
Ha-ha! Sucker, you can get it. Call us today. 1-800-ZEO-TO-HERO.
But wait, Jim. There's more.
This is the actual episode, aren't we?
Oh, this is the actual episode. Oh, uh-oh. Okay.
Put it away. Put it away.
Welcome
we gotta be professional.
again to this episode of Zero to Hero, where I'm Billy, and I'm always joined by my brother Jim. And today's episode, we're collecting either mental health issues or plastic toys. I don't know what's happening now.
Column A, little column B?
Yeah, let's go. All right. So, tonight, we're going to talk about collecting during pre-COVID, COVID, and post-COVID. You see that? I use my sports terms to decipher those three. But who else?
I'm so proud of you.
But who else to talk about toy collecting than the #1 toy collecting podcast on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and all the way out there? But we're gonna be joined by Paul from the Reluctant Adult, and hopefully Bill joins in here. So thanks, Paul, for joining us tonight.
Gentlemen, thank you for having me on the show. Always a pleasure.
Do you see that #1 toy podcast? I'll say it. I'll be the one to say that too.
Well, listen, the stats may not back you up, but I appreciate it. It's definitely my favorite show.
Hey, there's some toy podcasts that I'll listen to, and it's 40
look
minutes
who's joining us. Look at that.
Hey.
Say his name and he appears.
We Joe Hendried him.
Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can make it happen.
Come on, Bill, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
You can do
Hello?
it. Oh,
ha!
There you go. Well, we spoke his name and he appeared. So, thanks again, Bill and Paul, for joining us tonight. I know I've already said that, but hey, Bill's here.
Hello? Sorry. Told you.
All right. Well, so tonight, we're gonna talk about as we are all toy collectors of all sorts, that we would like to talk about how it was before, how it was during COVID, like the subtle changes or the drastic changes that we dealt with, and then how it is now after a couple years after COVID. See what kind of changes, all that. So,
does anyone else miss COVID? Like,
yeah,
just sort of
I miss the 3:00 naps. I miss those. Those are great.
Leave the house, not having to pay for daycare. Oh my god!
I miss the COVID traffic. There was nobody on the road.
No one. I will say it wasn't fun
great.
going to Target. It wasn't like a fun experience. But the lack of like having to go to work or if we hadn't even started doing video yet. Like if we had our shit together to where we are now, we could have been rolling out like a show a day. We could do like a whole YouTube channel or something if we had it all together.
That's right. Yeah. And I don't know how it is for y'all, because I know that we're all in different states, but in Texas, they shut down county by county. They didn't do the whole state at one time. So like Travis County was mask mandates and COVID restrictions, but I could literally drive like 20 minutes the other way to Caldwell County.
Yeah.
And it would be wide open, no mask, no nothing.
Well, Florida, you hear in retrospect, it sounds like we were open the whole time, but that's not the case. We shut down just like everybody else. And it sort of, I think we did open up faster, and they had Disney opening up and all that stuff. But we were shut down for a good amount of time.
Yeah, exactly. I know that I had to work, and they actually gave us I don't know if it was like nationwide, but they gave us forms that we had to carry.
Yeah, I had the form. Great.
You had the forms. Yeah, see, yeah, and so just in case we got pulled over, we had to show the cop the form of us.
Wow.
Of us actually having to work. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you out?
I got laid off.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a crazy time. That was luckily so we have like laser machines at our job, so we were able to cut face shielding. So that's what kept us in business for us.
Oh wow.
So been pretty interesting.
Do you sell that, or it was just for personal use?
We actually sold it for medical companies.
Oh wow, yeah, you probably
so a hospital would order 10,000. We can cut 20 at a time. So boom, easy.
I saw this is only somewhat related. I saw a video on TikTok of them cutting shirt patterns, and it was like a stack of fabric a foot tall, and they would just have this knife through butter going through it, cutting out the pattern. I guess I never really thought about how clothes are made, but I guess you do have to do it in bulk considering how many you sell.
Yeah, I seen those, and I absolutely love watching them because it's like an ASMR to me. Just watching them cut the patterns, and then how they put how they do they take the sand machine and they put the wear marks on pants and stuff.
Oh yeah, the jeans they make them distressed. That's crazy. Like the first person to do that probably got fired. Like, you fucked them up. But then it's like, oh, people will pay more for this. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Hell, like why buy $60 pair or $60 pair of those when you could just buy $5 blue jeans and do it yourself?
I will say that there is something about the distressing that it does make them look nicer. Like if I buy a pair of pants, I'll get like the Walmart, the cheap pants, and they're not distressed, and I'll be like, these look cheap because they're like intact. Like there is, I don't know if it's just like now because we're so used to it, but it does look nicer for whatever reason. Not like professional in any way, but like just like they do look like they would cost more because they're messed up.
Yeah,
I will say those like messed up jeans, the stressed ones, always feel like better because they feel worn in.
Yeah. Those are my Golden Corral pants.
Golden
when you want to go spend $50 at Golden Corral.
Nah, man.
I haven't been to Golden Corral in a minute. As a kid, we would go to Ponderosa. That was like our big, the one in Fitchburg, I think, Bill, or Leominster, where the movie was. There was a Ponderosa across the street. And I would just get like the chicken fingers and the soft serve.
Ooh.
I love the buffet part of it.
Did you guys ever have Shobies?
No, I don't know Shobies.
Shoney's.
There's a Shoney's here, unless it closed, but I don't think I've ever been.
I recommend it. Go.
It's good?
Have we time? just go. If it's open, go. It's weird. So it was a place our dad took us when we did like long road trips. So it holds a special place for us. And I found one in Nashville.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it like the equivalent of a Cracker Barrel, like a
kind of? So it's like Cracker, like not really. It's like it's a buffet for breakfast kind of thing.
Oh, it's a buffet.
Yeah, buffet breakfast. It's a breakfast buffet, and then at the end of the day, like they do like a lunch special, and that's it.
I didn't know it was a buffet.
So they're only open for like breakfast, really.
What?
I didn't know. It's been a long time since I've been there.
I'm looking at the website now. Every day is a different theme. Backyard barbecue Mondays, Fiesta Tuesdays.
Yes.
Briner at Shoney's. That looks like breakfast, I guess. Italiano Thursday, surf to table Fridays.
Whoa.
Oh man, we are living in peak times right now.
Get a jug of iced tea to go with your meal. Wow.
Ooh,
hot damn.
I think there's a Shoney's right next to the strip club over here, I think. Or a Bob Evans. Maybe it's a Bob Evans. That's a
Bob Evans. Oh man, Bob Evans is rough.
Perfect product placement.
Food bar.
Bob Evans next to a strip club. Mm-hmm. No, the perfect one is when you go to Houston. There's two billboards. One says Heartbreakers. It's a strip club, and right behind it is a Jesus one.
Wow,
it's a strip club.
Jesus won't break your heart.
But yeah, I will.
Or Jesus will mend your broken heart, or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's a billboard. I was like, what is a Jesus strip club?
Yeah,
they put on more clothes.
It's very covered up.
Got to be more modest.
They all come out in robes and like the little the thorn, the crown of thorns.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Okay, well now. Yeah, so
well, that took a left turn.
That was a left turn. But yeah, so
where else could it have gone?
Yeah, right.
Strip clubs and Jesus. Oh, it went off the rails. It wasn't an appropriate conversation.
To be fair, this show it's our show.
There you go.
We just let it
bring some class to wherever I go.
Yeah.
Today, speaking of class, I was reading Twitter, or no, my wife was mentioning Threads, that app that they made when we thought Twitter was going to go away. Like no one really uses it, or at least I don't. And she was like talking about the things that she sees on Threads, and I was like, oh, I was reading through mine. I was like, oh, there's the Hoctois girl, and she's like, what's that? I was like, where? How have you avoided the Hoctois girl? Like she's everywhere.
Look, I avoided that one because I was in a different state, hanging out with people who didn't have internet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the only way to do it.
So I get back to like internet, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Hoctois? What the hell?
I saw they found her. She's a chicken farmer.
Oh, that's fun.
So they first said that she was a teacher and she got fired, but then she's saying that's not even the case.
Yeah,
I know. She did her own marketing. Like she did like shirts. Like she went all in on it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
she did a good
kudos,
job.
do it, have fun.
Yeah.
Capitalize on that.
That exactly. But
What you gonna say, Bill?
No, I said she worked in a spring factory.
That's what it was. That's
A
what it was.
screen factory?
Oh, spring
Spring factory.
Spring factory? What do you even do?
You know, it's a lot about bending metals.
Yeah. I didn't think they have humans involved in that process. Like that should just be all robots. I don't need people in there.
No thanks.
She keeps everything lubricated, I guess.
She probably just pulled that one from the foreman at the spring factory.
Right.
She's the one mandated human employee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Oh man, that's so okay. So as we know that we all I recently got into collecting right before COVID hit.
You're welcome.
And that's all because of him.
Yep.
And,
you're very welcome.
That was the first time you ever collected in your entire life?
It was like late 2019, yeah.
So, he was really a collector. Like he would do little things here and there, but most of his money went to his car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And a nice car? No, his car.
Yep. I had
it was almost all his car. Like every dime he put into his car. It was kind of sad. Because it wasn't very good.
Put some respect on that show car.
You had that thing lowered to the ground to where you couldn't get in and out of the driveway properly. Calm down.
Oh, you had it lowered? Like you couldn't go
And he has slanted tires.
Was that
Hamburg tires because they wouldn't fit with the lowering.
We normal people, we call them slanted tires.
But yeah, and then when I sold the car, I got out of it and I was like, how did I get out of this thing for 7 years?
You the roll out of that.
Wow.
Yeah,
and then he used all that money he got from selling the car to buy more toys.
Yeah, bought toys. And another car.
Proud of him.
But yeah, so recently, and then kind of like went right into COVID pretty much with collecting, but I was able to...
You went all in during COVID because there's nothing else for you to do. You worked and collected toys. That was it.
Yeah, there was not much to really do during COVID, so that's how my collection got to how it was. Yeah.
It was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, there wasn't much to do.
I know that y'all pretty much collected well before COVID as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, as far back as I can remember as a kid, I had toys.
We had toys, but we never had collectibles.
Right.
Well, I mean, there weren't collectibles when we were kids.
There was a couple things. It was mostly just like Star Trek stuff at that point in time. Like early 90s was a lot of Star Trek and like
model kits.
Yeah, like model kits and stuff like that.
That's a whole other community. Yeah. That's not even toys.
Collectibles.
No, see, I don't consider model kits as a whole, like model trains and stuff. That's a whole other world.
That's an OCD thing.
I mean, that's whatever it is, but that's like what the boomers collected.
Okay, where were we at? Collecting before. That's right.
The before time.
Yeah. So
the fall of the empire.
Was it pretty easy to collect before COVID? Because was it like all social media still? Because I know that now you kind of already know what's happening or what's coming out.
Well, that was the thing back then too. But back then, it was less people who were interested into it because COVID wasn't happening yet. So no one was bored out of their mind. So it was easier to get shit.
Well,
it was nice.
I think it depends on the toys. Like even going back to the 90s and when Star Wars had its resurgence, there were figures like that Princess Leia in the first set. Like you would have to go every day or as much as you could to Toys R Us and look through those pegs and like be the first one there to get it because they were short packed and everybody wanted a full set.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All the speculation.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, Hasbro did that too. Like they would short pack the boxes in like odd numbers, and you always had a rare figure in everyone. So I can see that.
So they try to think of like what character won't sell as well, but then it's usually like the female or the villain, and then those end up being the most wanted figures.
Yeah.
So it's like they could never really figure out the correct packing order.
What they should have done is they should not have included Jar Jar Binks.
He sold fine because you didn't know yet that he was going to be a disaster.
I saw him as a Funko. I almost bought him because it was the moment where he was like slinging around the energy ball. Almost bought him.
The one time he's really really fun. Well, okay, I will give him like they really redid his character in like the Clone Wars, like the actual like TV series. A lot better, but
Mm.
still really rough.
I think I might have to buy the Funko Pop because I collect the comic colored Funko Pops for Star Wars.
Oh.
And they're doing the comic colored ones for the Phantom Menace. And I'm like, do I need? But Bill was saying it's a different company that made the comics, so maybe that's my out.
Oh, I saw those over the weekend actually because they come in like completely different coloring boxes or colored
Right.
boxes. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that one.
Wait, are we talking about off-brand like Funkos now?
No, it was
No, it's
Funko.
Funko.
It was
It's Funko
Funko.
proper. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
I
Target.
got a cool Funko today. I got the Devil Homer or Evil Homer. I bought him on Friday. He got to me today.
Is that a Funko.com exclusive?
Yeah.
And so, like, I don't know, Funko's been sending me stuff like super early, like super fast.
Yeah. Well,
They
Though,
ship well.
yeah.
U-Tunes takes for freaking ever. I pre-ordered Blitz from a Hasbro Hell of a Boss for like 4 months ago.
Let me ask you about U2s. What first of all, $20 per figure is insane. Like, who's buying these? You, I guess.
I did.
Yeah.
What is the story behind them? Someone just wanted to be like a competitor to Pop. So
Maybe like I think so, but it's the only place I can get like merch for the stuff I want to get merch for. So
Yeah,
like
it's got
Blitz,
some
like, you know,
weird
Hell of a
brands.
Boss doesn't do a whole lot of merch outside of like their direct, like, you know, they do merch that Funko's not going to touch right away.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
then they do
Funko's
like
not touching this
memes.
for a while.
They have a bunch of meme figures.
Yeah.
And now they're doing like AEW because they can't, like, WWE has an exclusive deal with Funko, so Funko can't do any other wrestling company.
Oh, did you see that they're about to release a Umaga?
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's cool. I gotta have that.
I have a couple of wrestling pops back in, like, when Punk was first with WWE. I picked up his Hot Topic exclusive because it was the pink, like Bret Hart. And those are my two favorite guys. So I picked that up. And then that figure ended up being worth a ton. Like, a real lot. Like, even now you look on there. So I just sold that. Like, I think I sold it during the pandemic. That's really how I collected during the pandemic. I sold everything because everything was worth a lot all of a sudden.
That's true. That's true. A lot of items skyrocketed during that time. Yeah.
Cards and toys. That's what people are buying.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Pokemon cards.
People had an influx of cash, man. Like, a lot of people had an influx of cash, and it was crazy, man. COVID made things really crazy.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the death, it would have been great.
I know, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, like, those 3 o'clock afternoon naps every day, it was great. I didn't have to go anywhere. They made online delivery even easier.
Yeah, that was good.
It's fantastic, man. I could get my Walmart stuff delivered to me. I'd have to go to Walmart. It was great.
I mean, you could still do that now. You just got.
I could have, but I don't want to.
I will say that if COVID, well, okay, so we were living in an apartment at the time, and my wife and I and we had one kid at the time, and we were still expected to do our jobs, even though we didn't have any space, and we had to watch our kid. So, like, that very first day, I was like gonna quit my job. I was like, this is not gonna be possible. So, like, our mental health definitely took a hit, and like we've only recently recovered. So, it was hard, but also, with that, we were able to save a lot of money because we didn't send the kid to daycare, and because we were able to save so much money, we were able to afford a down payment on a house. Yeah. So it's like, we really struggled, but without that, I don't know what our situation would look like right now.
That's a good point.
Like, we ended up, me and my partner, we both got laid off our jobs. And so, like, it was weird. It was crazy weird. And, like, I ended up starting my own company for a while. That was fun. And, like, we did okay. Like, we were doing okay. And, and then she got picked up at, like, so she worked at a comic book store, but, like, the comic book store gave her a discount still. So we were looking at our comics and all our stuff from their place for super cheap. And so it was great. So we still got our comics and all our collectibles from them with, like, huge discounts. And then, like, we didn't have to do anything for a little bit. And then we both got bored and started doing other projects. It was a lot of fun. The death didn't make it fun, and like the constant living in slight fear of a virus going to get you. But like
there was that fear. Yeah, it did
was
sort
still
of seem
fun.
like once you kind of wrapped your head around it and got into a rhythm. Like I would go out every day when the kid would nap, and I would walk, and I would go play Pokemon Go. And like that became the thing I would look forward to go outside and, because it was safe. You weren't around people, but I would still wear a mask when I was outside. Like we really didn't know like what was up.
Yeah. Like
I would go to work.
I shaved my beard off. That was a terrible idea.
I would go to work. I'd be wearing my mask. I'd have to come home and take all my clothes off, shower, and then I could see the newborn baby.
Oh,
wow. That was me.
Oh, wow.
But you got a little bit of time when he was first born where you didn't even have to go to work.
That's true. We did. I had about 6 weeks.
There. Yeah.
Yes. So
You
like midway, like mid-March, people were like, he was born at the end of January, and like mid-March, people were like panicking. So
yeah.
Damn. How was the panic level over there in those states where y'all are at?
Oh my God! I live in Massachusetts, so it was.
Oh man.
Like you better not go outside, or it was all just like, who has it now, and they would be like tracking people if there was like one case in like the town next to us. It would be crazy.
Oh my God.
I will say, so we got COVID like recently, like early this year. It sucked. Like, I don't wish anyone. Oh, it was terrible.
It's all different strains at this point now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in the beginning, there was no treatment for it. Yeah. At least now,
vaccines,
people have antibodies, and there's vaccines, and there's like, if you know you have it, you can take something. But back then, there was nothing. It was like a death sentence. That's how it seemed. If you got it, there was nothing we could do for you. And then it's like you had to be isolated from your entire family.
You're right.
Yeah. I during COVID, I hung out with one of my friends that their family runs a funeral home, and I saw that there was like a light through the door one night, and I was like, y'all keep the lights on all night? And she goes, no, we keep them on because we're overflowing with bodies.
Oh.
And so I was like, no, that's not a thing, right? That's not a thing. So she's like, go look through the door with the light and stuff. I looked, and it was like what do you call it? The church, basically, the viewing area.
Yeah.
And there was bodies on stretchers wrapped in blankets. It was like 4 across and 3 on the pews, and every pew was that way too.
So we would go get groceries, and going to get groceries is a graveyard going to get groceries. And every 2 weeks to go groceries, and every 2 weeks it was like 5 or 6 funerals at the same time.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate.
It was crazy.
Crazy times.
It was crazy.
I do miss those naps, though.
God dang, we're revisiting the naps.
You can never go wrong with a nap.
So my first question I have here for y'all is, what was the first noticeable change in collecting when we went from, hey, be careful, to, hey, we're locking down.
We're
shutting everything. Yeah.
The price went up on things.
Yeah, I think that because of the backup at the ports with the shipping, there just was nothing. There was nothing. There was there were no new toys to buy, so people turned to the past. Complete the old collection.
Right after the shipping stuff got figured out, the prices stayed up, and they never really went back down.
They never went. Prices have stayed high. Yeah.
Yeah. Still.
And also,
I know,
you had to get everything
you
online.
remember. I joined a bunch of the Facebook auction groups.
Oh, that's right.
And a lot of stores that were doing, like a lot of toy stores, like vintage toy stores around the country, were doing these live auctions on Facebook Live. And they'd mail you your items. So they would do claim sales, and then they would have in the comments, you would just you'd put the amount that you were willing to bid up something, and if no one bid against you, you'd get the item. So that was a lot of fun for a while. That's how it evolved for me.
That's where we got Whatnot from. It's like
that's
the evolution of that. Yeah.
I tried Whatnot, and it was just a mess. It wouldn't let me bid on nothing. I was like, why am I not be able to?
It wouldn't let you bid?
Yeah, it wouldn't let me bid on nothing. It said verify my phone number, and I put my phone number in, it wouldn't let me verify, and I was like, oh, great.
eBay was like my best friend during COVID. Like I got a bunch of cool
yeah.
stuff during during that.
Sure.
Like
Nah,
the only bad part of eBay is it's hard to figure out if something's like real or not, just because they all use the same photos. So sometimes it's hard to get like something's real.
Yeah. In the wrestling community, prices went crazy in cards, and then like those Hasbro's, the original figures, the prices they went like astronomically high, and they've crashed since. But like at the time, you had people like trying to find everybody's rookie card, and some of these wrestlers, like The Rock, they were saying that his rookie card was like either a punch out from a magazine or from a board game that came with trading cards. Like they were trying to say like those were the rookie cards.
Oh no!
And people pay like tens of, not hundreds of thousands of dollars for some of these people.
I remember Lightning Collection because it was hard to get figures anyways. Like the one that got popular, like whatever the set got popular, like it would be like $200 for a figure. Remember the Pink Ranger? Like when Kimberly was out on when she first got out there, it was going for like $90.
Yeah,
$90 to $100, and like the Target exclusive ones are super expensive still. The Target what do they call it? The striped ones,
Spectrums.
Yeah, the Spectrum ones are stupidly expensive still.
Which ones? Like the Tommy ones? Because the other ones I didn't think.
Yeah, the Tommy Spectrum version is like almost 150 right now, I think.
It's good. Time to sell. No, I'm holding on because there's not going to be any new ones forever. Exactly. So it's like the price is only going to go up when people get real desperate.
That's right. Yeah. And then I'm gonna do that. Hold on to that because I already got another one of it too. I was like, I'll just hold on to it.
I always want to sell that. The first Comic-Con exclusive was like 2 Jasons. It was Red Ranger.
Yeah, the 2 Jasons. Yeah, the Jason 2-pack. Yeah.
And I got 2 of them by accident. Or I think I got 2 because of it was free shipping if you got 2. And then I sold one in the box, but I still have the other one and I kept the box. And like even loose with the box, it sells for like $200 or something. So like I always mean to like put it together to sell it.
Damn. I saw the box. Just the boxes are going for a ridiculous amount.
Yeah, just the box. Yeah.
Freaking Billy over there. So like I'm sitting there one day and he's like, there's a package at your door. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I go outside and I open the package and it's the freaking Jason 2-pack. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Hey, I got that stimulus money and I was already set. I was like, what am I going to buy? What am I going to use this for? So I used the stimulus money to buy those. I was like, all right.
That's another thing I miss about COVID, the stimmy check.
Free monies.
Yeah. Oh, that was good times.
Oh, yeah.
We needed more. We need it more now.
Right? Can we get some more? Yeah. Oh, man. Well, it's great. I know during COVID times, as long as I had a mask, it was like free reign. I could go anywhere. And that's how I discovered all these new Targets I've never been to in Austin. I think we got like 20 of them here. So I was just roaming around.
20 Targets, wow.
Yeah. So I travel. I even went to the cities too. I went to San Antonio a lot.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had a roommate during COVID. That was fun. So it was kind of hard to get out and about because they didn't have any income coming in. So they always go with you and like you had to spend money on them because they're like, oh hey, can I please get this? And I'm like, you're an adult. Get your own money.
Yeah. Yikes.
That was a terrible idea. Don't ever adopt a roommate. No.
Adopt? Oh God.
Yeah, we technically adopted her for a little bit. That was
so
rough.
What companies do you think strived during COVID times?
What companies like?
Well, Hasbro did okay for a little bit, then it kind of fell through.
I feel like any of the big companies that ship from China, which is everybody, struggled because who did the best? Ross, TJ Maxx, they got all the stuff a year later. I think they were the real winners.
Yeah.
Oh, right, hands down, Ollie's.
Ollie, sure, yeah.
So like Walmart, like every major U.S. company did pretty well during COVID. I don't think any of them struggled for the most part.
Yeah, because people were buying food.
Yeah,
right.
I know Charmin's did really well.
Oh my God.
Dear God.
Toilet paper. Yeah,
that was so weird.
They sold out.
Oh my goodness. I remember them like doing like some people in the warehouse is doing TikToks going, calm down, we have plenty of toilet paper. Like
The TP
stacks on
crisis.
stacks on stacks delivered everywhere. Like, guys, calm down. It's still here.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, that toilet paper crisis could show you the true power of false information on social media.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know why the bidet companies didn't step up. Like,
I know, they
you're your
should've.
product. I didn't hear anyone saying, like, forget toilet paper, just buy a bidet for like $20.
Oh my god! I tried to convince. I was sitting there, I'm like, honey, like toilet paper is getting expensive. Let's just get a bidet. Let's just get one.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. She's like, no. I'm like, do you not understand?
It's
They're
a
fantastic.
life changer. Life
Yeah.
changer.
Do you not understand the words that come out of my mouth? They are amazing.
Save the environment, save your plumbing. You don't have like all the paper getting stuck in there.
Okay, so I came across one. My first experience was in California with one, and it's eye opening.
Well, of course.
Like, oh, hey. Hello.
Yeah. It's the best.
Oh, okay. What would you say is one company that you started to buy from that you became a fan of during the COVID times?
I don't know. Were there any
I
like new
definitely
ones
bought more
that popped up?
Funkos during COVID.
Funko.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
People liked Funko. I mean, I've
remember-
always stuck with the big guys.
Yeah. Well, I remember like
Really?
the first Ghostbusters, the plasma series started hitting, or at least I ordered them and was getting them.
Yeah.
Did I get the Mezco ones around then too, or were those earlier? I feel like there's a lot
What's
of
that?
Ghostbusters.
What's that? I like those Mezco ones. They look pretty cool. Like the actual like functioning zippers and stuff. Love that.
They're very unique. I won't say like they're the best, but I feel like they're almost in their own category.
Yeah.
Because there's no one is going to try to replicate what Mezco did. And it's like, was it 100% successful? No, but I think it's probably the best you can do at that scale.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm still looking to buy those Mezco Power Ranger ones, but they're just too high right now. Still, just can't.
Well, I don't think they'll go on clearance. I think the best you can do is like Entertainment Earth has a deal now where it's you spend over a certain amount, you get like money off. Let me see what it is. If you spend over 300, you save 50. If you spend over 200, you save 25.
Oh.
So you probably get free shipping too. So that might be the best you're going to do. I think they are available for pre-order. They were pre-sold out at one point. But like with those turtles, once people get them and see how good they are, they'll buy. They're gonna disappear. Those are supposed to come in stock this month, but they kept pushing that back. So who really knows?
Yeah. Those turtles look amazing though. I saw those.
The first ones I think look great. I don't like the cartoon ones from the second set.
Yeah, those first ones. I thought, oh wow, yeah. Okay. Well, I know that I've heard y'all talk about. Was it Zuru? Like the
Zuru.
minis, right?
Oh yeah, I would say. I guess that was something we started collecting.
Was that?
That was during COVID? I can't even. We got the babies, the mini babies.
Oh man! Look at that! Oh my god! We have a place out here in Austin called Toy Joy, and they have a display full of just every single one of those with all the accessories and everything.
The babies?
Yeah,
Really?
the babies.
That's
fun. I was like, and then they have what's another one that I saw that y'all talked about, and they have them all stocked up. I can't remember the name of them.
Like the Mega Gross Minis. These guys.
Those things are awesome.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Series 2 coming out.
Fine. Yeah. And I saw that you stumbled upon other brands too of minis or other subsections of minis.
Like the resin ones that got pulled?
What was the ball one? They were different, like mini cooking utensils or something like that, or
yeah. So you like make like a little meal, and then they usually have resin to simulate like whatever the liquid is in the meal, so you can freeze it. But they got recalled because resin is toxic. but they're advertising this, they're marketing it towards kids. So you can't do that, but they did. So I don't know. But they didn't recall the mini brands like Make It Mini or whatever that has some sort of resin or some sort of substance.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the difference is.
I'll tell you right now, Paul, don't buy the Miniverse spa stuff.
No, you don't like it.
It's my kid did one today trying to make the bath bombs, and if you leave a kid alone, I mean, it's our own fault for leaving her alone with the instructions, because it says do 6 drops of water and she like did 60.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So she just made like a slurry instead of the bath bomb itself, and I'm like,
yeah,
come on.
Those don't excite me. I don't know. I like
no,
mini foods,
it's functional. That's the problem. It's not when it's not functional.
It's not fun.
It's not fun because it just almost seems like, okay, I'm buying something that's disposable, and I'm going to be left with like the things to create it, but not the actual ingredients for it.
Yeah.
The worst thing in that aisle, like the mystery ball aisle, is these. I don't even know what they are, but it's like you're supposed to shave them down to get at the on the inside. And like it's like almost like, you know, like the shape of a snowman with like fuzz. And I guess you open it and you're supposed to like cut away to get to the like the plushie in the middle.
No.
No. And then you end up with like all the trash.
So here's the thing, Paul. So we haven't gotten one. We've gotten one similar. What you do usually with those is they give you like a little sack, like a pillowcase.
Yeah.
And you take all that extra fluff and you stick it in the pillowcase, and then it becomes bedding for the animal.
Oh my god.
The
it's a little
critter
more
or whatever's
cute.
in there.
Okay, well, that's great,
like,
but still, you gotta get it in there. I feel like that would be a problem.
That remind like that seems similar to those like those mine things where like the little things you get is like it could be a real diamond in here. He'd like water it down and hit it and stuff for a while, and then like it's never anything actually worth anything.
No. That's such a
real
penis
money.
fight.
Yeah.
No. It's a
cool dinosaur bones, shark tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did one of those. My kid did not. He was disappointed by the result, so he didn't want to do it again.
We got one from Five Below, and I tell no lie, this thing was gigantic.
Yeah.
And you could build like an ice dragon. So you assume because the egg is big that the item inside would be big, and it was skeletal, so like all the pieces were everywhere in this thing. The egg itself was like probably 8 inches tall. It was huge.
Yeah.
And then my kid doesn't have the muscle to be like hacking away at this thing. So it just like became the most frustrating thing, and it was a mess. Oh my god, it was a mess.
I can imagine. Well, especially with kids, because kids normally have like very short attention spans.
Right.
So I can only imagine how much that must have been a task.
Yes, it was. Oh, yes. It's like, all right, jingle, jingle. Okay, you get this jingle, jingle. Over, jingle, jingle. Over here. Over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
as me, Jim, and I, we don't have kids. So from a parent's perspective, what is something that has drawn your kids to like a certain toy or a certain brand?
Well, my kid is really into stuffies right now. So he likes they're like different unicorn things. So it's like puppy corn and monster corn and stuff. Oh. So it's like on the shelf at Target, it's this big plastic egg with a horn, a unicorn horn sticking out. And then it like advertises like it comes with X number of things. And there's like one stuffed animal in there, and everything else is like stickers and junk. So it's like the worst value because it's $25 for the big one. You get one stuffy, and then everything else is trash. It's like the stupidest thing, but he loves it.
My kid would be if like a YouTube influencer was talking about the toys or playing with the toys. Oh. Is how she's seeing the interest in being drawn towards these items. Just because someone else is playing with it, they can see it, and then we would go out and we would buy one or two or a couple, and that's how she would. And then she would kind of recreate the experience.
What? Yeah, there you go.
So like imitate what that person was doing on the
What?
Do you
YouTube.
remember?
In
do
a
you
way,
guys
we were
remember
really
that
boring.
one kid who was like
Ryan.
3 or 4, but he was
Yeah.
like sitting there doing the toy reviews with his parents and stuff, and
Yeah,
they
it
made
was
like
Ryan.
a bajillion
Right.
dollars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made millions of dollars on YouTube, and then
Yeah.
they worked him into the ground. I don't know.
Poor
I don't
kid,
even
man.
know. Yeah, I don't know what has become of him. I'm sure they're still trying. You don't
Oh, yeah.
give up a cash cow like that. You can't go back to having a real job after that.
AI Ryan at this point, I feel
Right.
like.
Ryan's
Yeah.
probably like 7.
Ryan, we've sold your
older than
rights
that.
to this
I don't
AI
know.
company.
Another. So I know when kid actors, what is that that account that they're supposed to have with their parent?
Like
As
trust fund?
yeah, it's like a trust fund. I forgot what it's called. But do you think that he had one of those too, or did it just go right to the parents for like money?
Probably went right to the
income?
parents for a while.
You can't. I don't think you can pay somebody under a certain age. So like it would have to go to the parents. Like you
Oh.
can't
Yeah.
pay.
Yeah,
you
like it was
couldn't
their,
have
they
a
were
Google
the
Sense account.
conservatorship or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
conservatorship.
Right.
Yeah.
He like
So
the
and it's the
parents
same thing
of
that
their
Frankie
name
Muniz
on.
had, whose like parents kind of screwed him on that.
Well, that's what you always hear. You hear like the parents like they spend all the money.
Well, not
They didn't
every
screw the
parent, but
kid
there's a big
over.
chunk of them that did.
Like who?
Huh.
Like the voice actress who did Toph in Avatar, her parents were super cool about it. They didn't touch it ever, and it paid for her college.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's what you always
Yeah.
hear. It's like this is for
Like,
college.
I was looking at
College should be free. We shouldn't have to be making our kids work
Yeah,
for pay for college.
It was
They've
free.
been
I'd
working
go
since they
back.
were 9.
Yeah.
Not everybody needs
Oh.
college either.
Oh, that's true.
Right.
I went to college in like half a semester. I was like, this is not for me. No.
Yeah,
No. I could
it's
do.
a messed up system.
Yeah, I could do the big dumb without this. Man.
I mean, it's just like there are some jobs where you want to have a college degree, and there are some where it's 100% unnecessary, and that's
Exactly.
fine. Like it's a waste of money for some people if their career is not going to take them that way.
Yeah, buddy.
got
A
a
friend
point.
of mine got a job as the IT director at a hospital, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, you have to have a degree to have this job, and she's like, no, there's no reason to have a degree for this job. Like, I have all the certifications you're ever going to want for this job. Why do I need a degree on top of that? And they're like, well, you have to have it or you don't get paid. And she's like, so she did online school for like 6 months and finished out her degree and stuff.
Well, there you go.
Like,
yeah,
that was it. And I was like, that's a bull.
right.
Yeah. To be fair, that was also a ton of money.
Well, I mean, if it's worth it, if they
Like,
require
it paid for itself for like 3 months.
Yeah.
So I was like,
well, that's the way it
sure.
should be.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The job should pay for it. The person should not have to pay for an education.
That's right. Oh.
That's communist talk right there, buddy.
Oh, listen, we are one step away from a monarchy. So
Almost. Yeah,
we
we're
need
right
to
there.
choose. Let's choose where we're going. Try some different things out.
Yeah.
What?
If he's gonna be a king, I want my trusty steed.
Right. Yeah. I'll go back
Can
to
it be a llama? Can I get a llama? Can I have a llama?
You can have a llama. Sure. That's
You can
fine.
do whatever you want, but it's your make a wish. So all right.
Yeah.
Aw.
I get a llama. Can it be a fat
I,
llama?
If I had to make a wish, I would ask for something like that they would not want to grant. Like I would like to eat a llama live. I'd like to eat him in half and save the rest for later. Like what? Sorry.
I would.
We're
if
siding
my
with the cancer with this one.
Yeah. If I had to make a wish, I would have John Cena go
Ooh.
five knuckle shuffle the teacher that said I wasn't gonna be shit in life. So
Oh yeah. There you go.
didn't see that one coming. Nah.
Yeah.
Everyone
I'll
agree that I don't think he knows what that means, right?
Nope. Who?
Can't see me.
Can't see him.
Yeah,
But
never mind.
so one thing that I did like during COVID times is the virtual I wouldn't call them Comic-Cons, but like virtual
Yeah.
cons. I did like those. Like you got to see what the company was producing. They gave you kind of like a rough window of ordering, and then but the hardest part was the shipping. The shipping out was
So
the hardest
you
part.
mean the advertisements? You missed the advertising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
PulseCon, they still do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Still.
I thought that those could have been better. It was like they gave them no budget, so they were
No,
like,
well, a
just
lot of them were
do it.
Zoom calls, Paul.
Well,
If you
that's the
remember.
thing.
That's
It was all
right.
Zoom calls. It wasn't
Yes.
like, let's go shoot a product. Let's go shoot a package. It's like, hey, hop on Zoom.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
okay.
Here's
But I
the
think-
package. Yeah.
Like it was like the first time like Hasbro started theirs, and they were back in studio at like the beginning of 2023 or like the end of 2022, and they were allowed to be like in the same room together.
That's right.
But I was so sick of Zoom calls because it was like, that was my job. Like, that's how
Yeah.
people communicated. So I was so sick of it. And no one was doing it different at all. It was exactly the same. So it didn't seem like a fun thing. It just seemed like more work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So at least now when they do, like Mattel, they'll have like the studio, they hire a host, they try to make it look nice. Hasbro does that a little bit. I still feel like they have like the table and they bring the panel out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like it could be a Zoom. It's a, just have like a better camera on them.
Yeah, I think you're just asking for more camera angles, Paul.
I like to switch it up.
Better
close-up
lighting.
of the product, better lighting.
Yeah, I
Some
think that's
editing
it.
maybe
You
nice.
want some dynamic lighting and some really aggressive shooting.
Write a script, maybe get some actors in there, not
we need
just
some
people that
B-roll
work.
going on. We need some laughter, the background,
Yeah.
B-roll.
Oh, a laugh track would be great.
Laugh tracks.
Do
Yeah.
like a little
applause
stand-up.
sign,
Well, I don't know if you guys realize this, but Bill and I are hosting PulseCon this year.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a whole experience. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. PulseCon.
PulseCon.
Wait, are you guys going to try to rename it to
Paul's.
No, it's
Con.
What are you talking about? PulseCon.
PulseCon. Yeah.
The same as it's
PulseCon.
always been PulseCon.
That's like Chris Con, but PulseCon.
No, it's PulseCon.
PulseCon.
There's no Chris Con this year.
Oh
There's
no.
Chris Con? What
Wait,
happened?
was
I
it
haven't
hosted
heard
at? Is it-
anything. I think it was a
Oh.
one and done.
Well, maybe that was his Make-A-Wish.
Oh, maybe it was.
I know the town of Kyle had the Kyle show up this year. That was kind of fun. They
Oh
held
my
off for a
God.
couple years. They started doing it again, and
They didn't beat the record.
nope, didn't even come close to it.
Yeah. So we got this little city out here called Kyle, Texas. So every couple years they hold a holding
A Kyle con.
a Kyle con. So everybody named Kyle shows up and they try to beat the record of how many Kyles can be at Kyle, Texas.
I saw
What?
that on TikTok. Yes, the gathering of the Kyles.
Yes,
Oh.
the Kyles. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is-
one of my coworkers.
Which is
named,
weird because they're known for their pies. So
Oh.
yeah, Kyle. Yeah, that's really good pies.
Kyle
Yeah,
Jackson.
no. The Kyle at my work went to it. I was like, oh, cool. Bye.
Kyle.
So good luck, Kyle. Have fun. Hope you
One
meet another
time
Kyle.
I went to a Comic-Con in Cedar Park, which is like north of Austin. And there was these two girls dressed up as the Coon and Professor Chaos from
yeah.
South Park. And we had to do like the metal detector, and Professor Chaos set off the metal detector and she was like, Chaos! So I had to laugh like super hard at that. That was just so funny. Oh yeah. But yeah, so electronic cons was it where it was. I remember I literally would stop what I was doing at work just to watch these things.
So okay. On topic of the electric cons, right? So, or the digital cons. The fact that movies got put out in like streaming services way faster has been a godsend.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind going to see a movie in theaters, but man, if I could watch it at home, I'm watching at home.
Yeah.
It also is sort of torpedoed the film industry because
Yes,
now
it
nobody
has.
wants to pay
Yeah.
money. I mean, although I will say the last few weeks the films have done well, like Inside Out and Fireplace did
So
pretty
I'm
well.
kind of mad at Furiosa didn't do very well at all.
No, it didn't.
And
People did not care to go see that movie.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
Over 2 hours though really made me lose
Wow.
interest, but it was
Get
good
your
movie.
money's worth. I don't
Yeah.
mind that.
It's just like Dune. Dune's over 2 hours.
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
watched Dune. Eh.
I didn't see the
Ah.
new one. but-
I didn't see that coming.
Speaking of movies, have you shows or movies, have you ever collected a toy line after watching a show?
Yeah. Well, I mean, back when we were kids, going to see a movie made me want to collect
Was a toy
toys.
sale.
Like that's what got you excited. The movie was
Oh,
good, and it's like, oh, now
yeah.
I got to go get the toys.
Yep.
I don't know which shows is there like. I don't know that there's really like a toy line connected to a show. But I will say that I did buy at least one Fortnite toy after starting playing the game.
Oh.
Which I said that I wouldn't do that, but I did. I had to buy the like the parachute that you come in, like every player starts with something. It's like I needed one of those in my collection because now I understood what it was, what it represented. So I was like, all right, I'll pick that up at Ollie's.
I guess for me it would be Bluey stuff.
Oh,
To be
that's
honest
good
with
one.
you.
Ah.
I mean, that's my call right there. It's like I'd never walk down the kids aisle at Target and be like, "Cartoon dog, what's this about?" and buy the whole set.
By the way, if you find any bingo stuff, let me know. My partner in crime is super she loves bingo stuff.
You just love bingo.
Bingo specific.
Anything bingo specific. I'm in for
plenty
bandit.
of it.
Like if you find any bandit things, let me know.
I found it was at Walmart. It was the shirt I wore yesterday that was getting all the attention. It was entering my bandit era, and it was just like a dad shirt. I think it was just like a Father's Day shirt that I found at Walmart like a week after because it was only $5. But like I'm telling you, it was like
there you go.
It was
like
chick
catnip.
magnets.
Yeah, it was like like that Spanish fly.
Like,
ooh.
No, man, that's great. Bandit. I love Bandit.
So,
Bandit's a great animal.
The one show that I watched that I absolutely had to get the figures for was Ahsoka.
Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, I had to have a Balin skull, a Shin Tati. I had to have a Chopper. I had to go buy the variant Funkos of Chopper and stuff.
Yeah,
you found the super rare one too, which I'm really mad about.
Yep.
Yeah, super rare. The super rare, not super rare, but rare, fairly rare Chopper.
Yeah, I don't know the Acolyte figures they've shown them, but when are those supposed to pop up in stores?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I haven't even seen anything from. I kind of fell off from Hasbro ever since they kind of cut ties with the Power Rangers.
Well, that's like very recently.
You're very recently,
within this year.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Like,
so
last night,
haven't even watched
Well, I mean, it's a weird situation because it didn't perform as well. But also, the guy that really wanted Power Rangers for Hasbro died, and like he forgot to like get anyone else on the team like really excited about it. So
well, when you die suddenly, it's kind of hard to do that.
Well, I mean, so the thing is,
you never know.
There were stories that like they didn't even do any sort of testing to see like if it would perform well. He was just like, get it.
Yeah,
I need this. And then they retroactively were like, well, maybe we could try this.
Yep.
But clearly it was not at the level it was in its heyday.
Yeah.
And it's, kids have changed. Kids it's not going to resonate the same way. You got to do something else different.
Yeah.
Right.
And they don't seem prepared to do so.
And now that you you brought it up in one of your last episodes or so that the adults are collecting more, and I kind of see it when I go to Target, Walmart, any place that has toy section. It's more adults than the kids now.
You not see what's behind you, behind all of us here?
Yeah. Well, it's it's a generational thing. We grew up with toys and we didn't stop.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
We didn't have to go to war. Okay. Like some, I guess some people did.
Yeah,
but, people growing up with GI Joes, like they gave them up, or like the 12-inch Joes for whatever reason. That generation didn't continue. Maybe they weren't as interested in the stuff. Like they couldn't go from GI Joe to Turtles. I don't know why. Those are both the same. But for whatever reason, our generation, the kids who were born in the 80s, throughout the 80s, we have spurred this like never stop collecting. And then we may be it. We're gonna take it with us. I don't think anyone else.
That's looking at my kids.
Yeah,
I have to say, I mean, they do like their things, but they're like one after the other in terms of interests. And then they bounce back, and then it's something new, and then at the end of it, they're like, I'm not done. And I was like, well, we can pack this Barbie stuff up. No, don't do it, Dad.
Today, my kid said
But
he's done with Pokemon. Like that was
What?
his whole
he's back on
personality.
stuffies.
He's back on Stuffies, or playing the Switch. He loves playing Kirby on the Switch now.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like,
What?
We could multitask as
kids
kids. We
today,
had
man. Like, there's so
Nintendo
much
and
stuff
yeah.
going on
Nintendo
for them
toys.
right now.
Yeah.
And so it's one after another, after another, after another, after another. We were stuck with
Right.
something like we were like the last generation of you're gonna watch something all the way through because that's the only thing that's on.
Right.
Like,
There
you're gonna
weren't a
watch it and
million
you gotta like
channels.
it.
There was no YouTube. We had like
No.
3 channels, and you had cartoons. You had to choose between Turtles and Ghostbusters. Like,
It's like
and then
you're gonna
everybody had
watch-
it. Everybody watched the same thing. You talked about it at school. People don't have that experience.
You're gonna
now.
watch Yu-Gi-Oh! But that's the only thing that's gonna be on at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Is Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah,
You're gonna watch it.
Everyone's gonna watch it. Everybody's gonna talk about it.
You're gonna be excited about Sailor Moon. Why? Because it's the only animation that's on.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was our childhood time was a hell of an era. You know.
Mhm. It was a weird era. Toonami was a thing.
Yeah, well, they brought it back. I don't know if you know that.
It's not the same. It's not the same. we had weekend afternoons of DBZ and and Dragon Ball GT. Like we had weekend afternoons of that. That was beautiful.
But yeah, so I'm kind of like that right now since Power just kind of ended. I've been jumping back and forth with new collections. Like I picked up more on Funko because Funko has a really solid selling point. Like they're not selling just the Funko; they're selling a point in time of that character that really resonates with everybody.
Yeah, so that is something that Funko does that only Funko can do is they'll make a million different versions of Batman. Or that's a bad example because McFarlane does too. But like I'll give you a specific example. For the Flash movie, they made pops of the Flash, and I found one at Ross where it was the character of the Flash wearing like a monkey hoodie, like bathrobe kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
And it's like that's like one scene in the movie, and you would never get an action figure of that. But
Right.
it's like a funny look, and it's represented as a physical toy. And like you're only gonna get that. Like maybe you could get that as a collector card. Like maybe they would have that moment clipped out. But
Right.
as a physical item, Funko's the only game in town for that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you said, and I've agreed with you on this, but I hate how they NFT lock really cool Funkos. I absolutely just despise that, you know.
I hate it so much. It ruins it.
Yeah, because I was really looking forward to those new Batman ones where it's just the suit on like a clear
Right.
figure.
Oh, it's so good.
I wanted those, but then I saw
They could
NFTs.
They could do Power Rangers like that too. So I think that'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Just give them the background to make it look like it's all the chambers.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, the power chamber. Yeah.
Although I guess with that, it's like the full suit, so it's almost like there is a body in it. So it wouldn't, because like with the Batman one, there's like negative space where like there's nothing showing through the mouth hole. So
Yeah,
it's like at least it like it reads as just clothes, not just like the Power Rangers ones would just, because they were posed too in the chambers, or at least a little bit, I think. But I guess they could have like their weapons next to them because I think they were displayed. But,
yeah. So I would be like, well, maybe like the helmet on their arm, where like the iconic photos of like season 1 behind the scenes
holding
stuff,
the helmet,
holding the helmet and stuff.
Or
well, they did helmetless pops. But I don't think they came with like a mini helmet.
No, it was the head shapes are really big, so I don't think it would work out super well.
No, but they would. So like if you look at like the Deadpool, like the pop yourself Deadpool and Wolverine,
little masks.
it's like it's sized to the body.
Yeah.
So it's not even it's like not intended in any way to fit over the head. It's like the head is enormous, but the rest of the body is small.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I was thinking is like they could do like the whole like Power Rangers Zeo, the power chamber, because if you saw the Star Wars with the barge.
Yeah.
Like,
put it together, build it.
You can put it together, just sell it as like a 6-piece or 7-piece set, you know.
That'd be a fun like Comic-Con thing or something.
No, they should the 6 pieces, and the power, like the weapon should be the 7th.
Exactly.
Make it NFT.
Make it NFT, so you can't get it.
I will ride on the streets.
You would be out there kicking over trash cans by yourself.
Ah,
I gotta
You're
join
like,
one of
trash
these.
can, go
Facebook groups.
down!
yeah.
And then you'll be dying a little
I
bit.
know we're totally talking Spanish to Bill on this because he doesn't know about Power Rangers.
It's okay. No worries.
Bill's looking off to the distance. be like,
Someday.
This is
I
a whole
know there's something out
ploy.
there.
This is all the ploy. We're interventioning you right now about.
Oh,
this.
are you?
Yeah.
No.
We
It's
put
a
something
ploy.
on up here on Netflix for the kid to watch, and it was Power Rangers Dino something or other.
Oh, okay.
And he held interest for like maybe 2 episodes, and then he's been on this like tear of these like non-verbal TV shows like Booba and Bad Dinosaurs, where the characters don't talk. It's all in the actions and the expressions.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah.
And my wife's like, "What's the story with these? Like, why does he like them so much?" And I was like, "I think it's just like one less thing that he has to describe." Like, and then Booba would say this, but instead of that, it's like, "Oh, now Booba like jumped off the counter," and it's easy enough for him to describe what's happening in the show and like tell us about it. But it's made for some like really annoying nights where it's like, I just want to watch this, Dad.
Yeah.
I just want to shut my brain off and watch some Booba.
I want to watch Booba.
Little does he know. So Bill's sitting here with a black shirt on with a black background. So all you can see is like his face and a bench.
He's just floating head.
And what's going to happen is Booba's going to come up behind him and just like
Oh,
get him.
Last year it was Grimace. Last year it was only Grimace that popped up behind me. Yes, no, I'm currently on vacation, so
that's
rather than bother the kids in the house and the wife in the house by talking loud, I go out on the deck and.
Was it like an Airbnb style or?
Yes, yeah.
So
we're up in New Hampshire. It's nice, comfortable up here.
Okay, wow.
What's the temp right now?
Oh, like 65, 68.
Oh, get the hell out of here. Get going. Dang. Get going right now.
It's like 95 out here.
Yeah, it's like I looked at like just a little while ago, it was 91. I was like, no.
Oh my god. But yeah.
So I'm moving to New Hampshire. Man.
What would you say would be a company that shut their doors due to like COVID times?
Hasbro.
No.
No, was there one? I feel like after COVID, so many little companies popped up, especially in the wrestling sphere, like making these retro figures that it's like basically like the Hasbro WWF figures. Like there's so many all of a sudden, and it's just crazy that there's enough market share. There's enough characters for them to each do. But those all popped up after COVID. So I don't know if I can think of a company. Like,
what's a little company got bought up during COVID too?
Well, yeah. What was it? The company that does the posters, and then now they're doing the Ghostbuster figures. Then they do the X-Men, the 12-inch X-Men.
Mondo?
Yeah, Mondo got bought out by Funko at one point, and then Funko laid off like a big part of their poster people.
Yes, the poster branch of Mondo was dissolved. So that was pretty fit. That was big news. Because originally they were known for their posters and their limited prints that they were doing. You could do it was like a run of like 500.
Oh,
and they would sell out. They would sell out instantly, and it would be just like unique art prints.
Oh,
and then they got rid of that.
What really happened during COVID is that because everyone was buying so much for all the reasons we've talked about, companies started to overproduce, thinking that this trend would continue, either being short-sighted or just like being, they didn't want to think otherwise. So there's just so much extra stock, and that's why you've seen stuff show up.
Oh no, a corporation being short-sighted. Oh no,
just being greedy, like making it look good at the moment, making the CEOs look good at the moment, but then like really screwing over the company long term.
Yeah.
And Funko really suffered with that.
Oh, they did. Yeah. You see their pops just end up in the old dollar stores and stuff.
Yeah, or like they were burning some of them. They were just
that's right.
Literally putting them in the incinerators.
That's right. I remember that story. What was it? Almost $1 million worth they were dumping out or something?
Yeah, something along those lines.
like our tax code allows you to destroy things, like how the WB is like shelving these movies. Like, I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of messed up stuff.
I need that Coyote versus Acme.
Yeah, exactly. But like,
I need that movie. I need
pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, so real quick, how has it been since COVID has officially ended till now? Like, is it been a little easier to find stuff, or I don't know how to explain it?
I feel like things have sort of evened out. Like now you kind of know what to expect. But well, we were talking about things being overproduced. I feel like Super 7, another one, really suffered, and you saw all those figures discounted on Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. And now people like aren't buying things. They're not pre-ordering because they expect everything to go to clearance. And that's not the case. So less is being produced. And some things aren't getting made. Like we saw that with the Power Ranger line. Like they didn't get enough pre-orders to make that White Tiger Zord and the Madame Woe.
I was so sad about that. I want the White Tiger Zord.
Yeah. The Zords are the best. That's the best thing they do with the Power Rangers line.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Oh wow. But yeah, so okay. Well, I'm glad we got to sit down and talk about this COVID era toy collecting. So it's always been pretty fun. It's always fun to talk to y'all because y'all have like a deep knowledge of toys. I'm barely getting into like the thick of it. Jim, I don't know what he's doing. Probably beating his chest or something like, like that. But yeah, so. Oh man. So thanks again, Paul and Bill, for joining us tonight. It was actually pretty fun to have Bill on for a change.
It was weird. Hi, Bill.
Normally we just talk about Power Rangers, and that's Spanish to him. So.
Maybe next time we'll see. We'll see what the kid wants.
No,
it's all about the kids these days. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Next time, you and me will have a full conversation about Bluey. I got you.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
I got you right there.
Right.
That's right. We can do a podcast together. We'll call it the Bandits.
Ooh, I like it.
Wait. Bandit and Lucky's dad. I got it. Never learned Lucky's dad's name. It's always Lucky's dad.
No, we know it now. I think it's Pat.
Oh. Okay.
Lucky's dad, yeah, it's Pat.
That's not a dog name.
No, he's literally Lucky's dad's my favorite character, and it's all just because of that one episode, Pass the Parcel.
That's a good episode.
Tremendous episode.
Jim showed me an episode where he had that like the hand puppet, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Bandit, the hand puppet. What's his name? Where it's the jerk unicorn hand puppet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, so yeah, thanks again for joining us tonight. So, to all our new listeners out there that would like to follow y'all, how can they find y'all?
Well, type in the Reluctant Adult Podcast on any social media, Google, find our podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. New episodes drop usually every Monday morning. Mm-hmm. And then throughout the week, you can find our clips on TikTok and Instagram. And then we've started posting the entire show, video version of the entire show on YouTube on sometime after Monday, either Tuesday or Wednesday. This week it might be a little delayed, but we're everywhere. However you like to consume your podcast.
Just make sure you Google #1 toy podcast. It'll pop up.
#1
first
toy.
one every time.
Yeah.
Clockwork.
But the #2 Bulk and Skull of podcasting.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
yeah. We'll take that. Yeah. But yeah, I love y'all's YouTube format because I'll be like, damn, that's a hell of a lot of space. And I was like, oh, he AI generates the backgrounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right. So yeah, definitely if you want to catch us anywhere, we are Zio to Hero at any social media platform. You can check us out. I try to post as much as I can on like Threads is the worst one. I can't even figure out how Threads works now. But
forget it.
Yeah, I'm just about to delete the thing, But yeah, so thanks again, guys. Thanks. Any last words, Jim?
Hold on.
Okay,
we have a tape measure here you can buy.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Have a good night.
Night, guys. Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Do you want to be a hero, but you're not?
Do you want to be a Jiro or a Kojiro, but you can't because you're not Japanese? Have you considered Zio to Hero?
Remember, heroes come and go. Idiots are forever.
Jimbalee!
Do you and Bill still have like y'all's childhood toys? Like, do you have few of them?
Yeah,
Every one.
You got every
Every
single
one.
one.
Every
Yeah,
one.
somewhere. I mean, a lot of it.
The only thing I ever sold was
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
All right, everyone else looking confused.
Cutting in and out.
Wait, I can't hear you too good.
Well, I gotta go like really close.
Well, no, because it's picking up on your headset, the mic on your headset. So your mic keeps cutting in and out from that.
Oh, how's that?
Yeah. So
Can you do it just through your phone, like without the headset?
Yeah, I think you can. So there should be a setting where you can hit it, and it should let you change it to your phone microphone.
Oh, okay.
So you might want to play with that for a second. No, we got time. You're good. You mess with it.
It's changing things. I see that.
Nope.
No headphone.
No headphone.
No mic.
If you are on your phone, there should be an icon on the bottom right hand side for the gear icon. There's a little gear icon you can see, and that should let you change your microphone and audio and video. Nope. And we lost Bill.
What?
No, I still see him.
He's still there.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Dang.
If you so Discord's actually pretty good about muting out other people. So if you just take your headphones off and disconnect your headphones, it should be able to mute us out just fine and still use your microphone.
Oh.
Yeah. It's pretty good about it. We've used it before, like Jacob. And it's not like I can't go through and like remove us from your audio feed.
Right. See that. Uh-oh. Moment of truth.
Unmute yourself.
No mic.
Yeah, you're just muted. Click. Get that little mute icon on you.
Better?
Oh, thank you,
sounds
Jesus.
good. There we are.
That's so much nicer.
There we go.
All right.
Leave those in let's leave those over there.
There we go. All right, start the whole show over.
I didn't say much. I apologize. I don't know this stuff.
You're fine.
By the way, before we get too far into it, T Republic has a bunch of Bluey stuff on sale. By the way, Bluey shirts.
Oh yeah, how much are they? They reasonable?
They get to like $7.
Oh, I appreciate $7. I found out the other day. I went to Storyland up here in New Hampshire. We're vacationing, and I wore a Bluey shirt. And if you ever want like unwanted attention, or if you ever want the most attention, just be a grown man wearing a Bluey shirt. All the moms come up to you and relate. It's like, hi, we love Bluey. It's like, we love your shirt. Yeah, the mom.
My partner in crime, she just got a bunch of Bluey stuff, like a bunch of Bluey shirts and a bunch of Venture Bro shirts. And the one I love the most is a cousin Rita and when the old women driving school. And so it's like Bluey and Bingo as old women driving the little
grannies.
cart around.
Yes.
it's great. I was like, I love it.
I
don't
Jim
care.
a post that they're making Bluey trading cards, but they're all Star Wars.
They're X-Men.
Yeah. Oh, X-Men. That's what it was.
Yeah.
They were
They're all
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah.
Muffins Wolverine. I was like,
They
I'm here
look
for it.
good,
I don't care.
but
I'm done.
They're gonna get sued by Disney and the Bluey people. It's like, like how? Good luck. Good luck with that.
They're gonna get double whammy. That's what's gonna happen. Oh man. So yeah.
All right.
This is the Zio to Hero podcast.